Hello, crafty friends. This is Amy. Welcome. Let's get crafting. So this is a Dollar Tree box that I had, and we're only going to use the bottom. And I'm taking some of these medium-sized craft sticks. They're kind of like a tongue depressor size. And I only had 3 of them, so I took a large one and kind of trimmed it down using my X-Acto knife and just making a picket fence with that, trimming it on both sides to make it pointy, and then I was just going to use my little nail file to take away the little pieces and parts that were kind of sticking up here and there. Now once I got that all done, I did get the wood glue out and I glued that. Raw wood like this works really good. Wood glue will really hold that very nicely. And I did want something to show on the front just to give it a little pizzazz, so I cut down the circular part. Same technique. And I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I have this stamp I wanted to try, and so I used the Waverly chalk paint steel and covered that. It only took one coat. And while that was drying, I did apply 1 coat of the plaster paint to the rest of this. Then I did use my brush that was still had the plaster in it to put a little highlighting or whatever you want to say, and then promptly scrubbed it off with the sandpaper. So then I got out my antique wax and went over everything to make this more grungy. Those stencil brushes work great for this kind of a thing. And sometimes I've gotten out like a sponge and used that too, because those make a nice subtle look to them. Now here's that stamp I talked about, and it's a clear stamp. I think it's a polymer type of product. Normally you're going to put that on the back of a clear block, but I really didn't want anything to not get inked on inking it, and I didn't want it, when I applied it to the wood, I didn't want to miss anything. And so I'm just going through it and making sure everything's inked, and went and did the same process. Lo and behold, ended up missing the feet anyway. So when I pulled it off, the feet were not there. So then I just went back to it, and luckily I got it to line up. That's not the easiest thing to do sometimes, so I lucked out there. There's my little rooster, and I will put a link to that. My friend sells through Close to My Heart, and I will link that if you would like that. I'm pretty sure it's still available. And because it stays on, you really need a special type of cleaner. There's a stays on cleaner, which I didn't have. So I just used the isopropyl alcohol, and it cleaned it out really nice. And just cutting down the square, I thought, wow, this is like, look at this. It's just perfect for what I need. Well, it's perfect because it's already cut. And then this is a little technique I saw, that you can put it leave the plastic in place so it's not as messy. Well, I bet if I'd have pulled up on that, it has left the plastic there and I could have taken the foam out. Maybe I should have put it the other way. Anyway, you live and learn. There is some Dollar Tree larkspur flowers, popping those in place, and just little odds and ends. I kind of went with the white and the pinks, just to dress it up a little bit. I did want to have a little ribbon to give it that farmhouse look, and so I just tore off a strip of my fabric with the small gingham print, and I fluffed it up like a florist would do with a ribbon. They'd pop into like a little bit of floral bouquet or whatever. And if you notice, I did put some stitches around that. I thought it needed something. It looked a little blah. So I hope it turned out, I hope you like it, because I do like it. I thought it turned out really cute. And I do think that that gingham ribbon just kind of adds the farmhouse look to it. Here's our second DIY, and I applied 3 coats of the Rust-Oleum Blush Pink. I think it's such a pretty color. It's so spring-like. And then I brought out some of that pretty edging on this Dollar Tree tray with a little white. And we're just going to do some simple decoupage with the Mod Podge. Cut out this cute little print that I got online, and I will list that as well. And then you'll want to apply the Mod Podge on the back side of the print, and then your tray, and then on the front of the print. I didn't have any problems bubbling. It seems like when you do thinner paper, like this is just standard copy paper, it doesn't seem to have any problems anyway. I guess if you get the right amount of Mod Podge on it. And then just taking some stickers, I'm just going to put those on, and spelled out honey buns. And this is gonna go, it went to my daughter for Easter, and she did like it. I'm not sure what she'll use it for, if it's just gonna sit somewhere, or maybe she'll put things on it, like, you could put change or your keys, use it as kind of a little trinket tray. It's a little big for a trinket tray, but I think it'd work great. And there it is. Now, I have just been thinking a lot about things, and I'm kind of getting a little bit discouraged on the lack of growth with my channel, and so I would love it if you would let me know what kind of things you'd like me to see. And I love the comments. I love the thumbs up. And just let me know, what you'd like to see, and I'll do my best. We'll do some fun things. I do have lots of ideas, so see what you think, and I appreciate that. And we will talk to you soon, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye, my friends.